And welcome. We're looking at the cheap pedals from Walrus Audio, which means it's not bargain basement, it's not $30, it is $109 for each of the drives. And we're looking at all 3 drives in a video, and since we're looking at 3 drives in one. Wow, that is Sherman. 3 drives in one video, we will be quick. We will make the speed. Schnell, schnell, as they say in my neighborhood. Look, you gotta roll with the mistakes. Here they are. And they could have done a 3-knob drive, a 3-knob distortion, and a 3-knob fuzz, but they didn't. They made it 4 because they have this switchy, which makes it so much more complicated to show you guys. And they have the slidey controls, just to be different, just to be difficult, and why not? I kind of like it. These are top-loaded ins and outs, but sadly, 9-volt on the side, which means you can't smoosh them together. But as the other camera will show you on top, you got the ins and outs. And it works. And there's the pedals. You can get them rather tight on a pedal board if you so desire. We're gonna start with the drive. There's a little light right there, which is cool. Why not have a rectangular light? Why not? That's what they thought, because they have slideys. So we'll do it differently. The drive features a smooth mode, which is the lowest gain, and then crunch and then bright, so you can get quite a bit of drive out of the drive. The distortion is more your ratty kind of a bordering on fuzzy kind of a thing. Not my cup of tea, but I'll show you anyway. So you got the dark, the silicone, the LED, which stands for words that tech people understand. I'm a guitar player, what do I know? And then you got the fuzz, which can get extremely spitty and gated, which is way cool. And then classic, which brings you more into the, I don't want to use words that are wrong, fuzz world. And then the mid plus, which is cool for those leads. We're going to start with the drive, for which Leslie will push all of these up in the corner. Nobody puts Leslie in the corner. Baby in the, it's from a movie where the guy was a ghost, I think. And he touched her from the, I don't know, something about that Patrick Swayze guy. And I think he was doing pottery. I don't know. Here's the clean sound from the Talking Sky King. We're going to turn the effects off, which are right now coming from the H90, but they're actually not. And we're going to go through the three, into the H90, through a tuner, into the Talking Sky King with the 412 creamback loaded cab from the Ox. Guitar is called the Puma from Shabbat Guitars, and she is a beauty. You can look up Puma Shabbat Guitars online, and then you probably want to go away because you see the pricing, but damn it, she is clearly one of the best guitars in the room, and this is a room with good guitars. Wow. It wasn't open! one of the benefits of those sliding knobs is you really see very, very quickly from looking at the pedal, even without notches or lines, where it's set. It's not a bad idea. Now, that smooth mode is smooth. It's beautiful. It's bluesy. It's everything you want. Push an amp with this, which I've done, and we will do in this video. Holy crap. It works for $109. Already a winner. Gonna go to this setting here, the crunch. What else do you want? Rolls off the low end a bit so you can push your already driven amp, like a Marshall thing, kind of to-be screamy idea. That's just brilliant. I think we should move on. And we move on to the Distortion. Is that thick, mega saturated kind of ratty thing, which is fine. And we're gonna go to the C, which means yes in Spanish. So the point is, this is a very thick, saturated, dense distortion. And if that's what you want, if you want your big ass power chords, $109, it can be yours. We're moving on to the Fuzz. That's how easy that is. Here's the Fuzz. We're going to start in gate. And that's gated. With the Super Mario sound. Let me turn the H90 on with some delay and reverb. It really wants to cut out quickly, so let's crank up the gain here. It does sound like a square wave in the most beautiful way. Now, of course, we're going to go to classic when we have a little bit more playability. Yeah, you can definitely get fuzzy mayhem there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that quickly into the Marshall JCM 800 because why not? Which is set up like so. I have a feeling that this thing in front of a already quite driven amp, not the best idea. So let's go to the distortion. Magic. I don't know. Okay, those two, not quite sure. Now, Leslie, do your magic and give me the drive back. The woman is phenomenal. There it is. And we're going to check that, but on smooth, because you don't really want that much gain in a gaining amp. Okay, we know what we need to know. Leslie, give me all three of them back, please. Magic! Except for the drive in the bright setting, which might be why it's there. In front of a driven amp, these are all crooked now. I'm not floored. There's a little bit of a blanket on top of the top end. So fuzz and distortion, I would say stay with a rather clean, maybe edge of breakup amp. The fundamental drive in smooth and crunch behaves the same way, but in bright, yes, you can go in front of something like the JCM 800. But for $109 each, all three of them deliver. I'm not the biggest fan of rat-style distortions, which is why the distortion would be not to my liking. But when you want that super saturated fatness for the power chords and those leads with loads of compression, it's there. The fuzz, I'm sorry, for $109 delivers a gated fuzz, which is a cool gimmick to have once in a while. It's got the classic for the chords and the mid plus for the leads. So if you're looking for a flexible fuzz for not a lot of money, I would say stay away from the Chinese stuff. Get yourself a Walrus Audio Fundamental Fuzz because it does deliver really on all three settings. The drive is an absolute steal at its smooth setting with lower gain settings for the bluesy stuff and to push an amp a little bit. But you want the more screamy stuff. It kind of falls into these beautiful harmonics when you're playing leads. The bright setting to push an amp that's already kind of driven and take the low end out a bit and kick it with its treble. $109, absolutely fair. Build quality is there. Not the biggest fan of the hole in the side and just putting the 9-volt onto a receptacle, that's a word, that is on the PCB. I like that stuff to be on the chassis and tied to the chassis, but screwed to the chassis. But again, €109, I think in the US they're $99, is absolutely fair. I don't mind the movie slideys because you can see very quickly where you are, and realistically you probably have it in a single setting for your pedal board anyway. With its 3-position switch, all three offer quite a bit of options, actually too many options for the money. Yes, I'm getting paid to make this video. I'm not getting paid for my opinion. You know this. I've seen enough comments from people that understand what the channel is about and that you come first. Anyone who doesn't, stay here and find out or go away. Those are the two options you have. If you stay in time, you will find out that me getting paid will not affect what I say about pedals. Or anything, actually. It's not just pedals. I'm honest about everything. Hey, links below. Please support me on all the socials. That's important if you want to buy my courses. There's an amazing songwriting course and other stuff on Spectre Academy. Please check that out. Link below. And animals at the end.